Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aiden, from Cartoon Apocalypse, and welcome back to Turner Tuesday. This episode was about the story arcs, and basically we went through and we had a list of different kind of story arcs that we might want to see throughout the show, and we basically just put bullet point lists of sort of what we wanted to see in that particular story arc. Now, this recap episode will be going over just a recap of everything that we put in each story arc section. So that's all this episode is. As far as what we're going to be doing next week, we're going to have a stream on the Soul Realm. So that'll be interesting, and it'll help explain sort of how we're saving Callisto and stuff like that. So that'll be helpful. As always, the time codes will be down in the description below, so go check those out if you are interested in skipping around, as always. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into this. So in the intro arc, that's going to be like the first arc. Right now it has 3 episodes. That's subject to change, but that's what we have for right now. So in the intro arc, we want to introduce the characters, and that's mainly focused toward Luna and Nico and the main characters, introducing them, so who they are and whatnot, what classes they go to, and etc. Nico and Luna will meet through the notebooks. You know, they're just going to talk, and pretty self-explanatory, I would think. They would get the notebooks. Well, okay, they're not meeting as in they're like going to the other worlds. They're not meeting in person, they're just like meeting via the notebook. Nico hangs out with the Irish Eyes, which is his parkour/skateboard group. We see the classes with Blake, so like we will see Luna's class, and then Blake will be there. Then we'll see some of Nico's classes. And then we will meet the side characters, and they can meet in the cafe and stuff like that. So that'll be Xavier, Ellie, Kate, etc. Adam, except for he's with the Irish Eyes. So. Okay, the New Worlds arc. This is going to be a large arc with 9 episodes as of right now, but that could change. And this will be halfway through season 1. Nico and Luna travel to each other's worlds, and they will just... There, they will have adventures, and they will explore towns and the wildlife on Ilaria, and then we will see some of Luna going to Earth and just having fun there. Blake, through the notebook, is going to start being introduced as a more suspicious character because he's going to be asking Luna and Nico to do more suspicious things. So it's just like, okay, well, Blake's kind of weird right now because we don't really know what to think of him. But they don't even know it's Blake. They know him. We talked about Papyrus, but that could change. Nico and Luna with their friends on their world. So like Nico hanging out with Adam and just staying on Earth. And then Luna with her friends on Ilaria. And then there will be Nico will be introduced to Luna's friends on Ilaria, and Luna will be introduced to Nico's friends on Earth. So we will have both of those. Luna will also at some point mention the Good King and sort of imply, well, not really imply, but sort of like foreshadow that the King might come into play later. Yeah, that's the New Worlds arc, just saying that they're going to explore the new worlds that they know nothing about. The Xavier Arc, 4 episodes as of now. This is the start of the second half of season 1. Xavier is curious of Nico's diary and takes a sneak peek of it, but then accidentally rips a page out. Xavier will then go to the lobby, and then the lobby attendant takes a lot of his soul shards because Xavier's not really supposed to be there, and is like, alright, just get out of here. Then Xavier will get really sick because that's sort of the side effect of if you lose a lot of soul shards. And then Nico and Luna find out it's because he went to the lobby. They think he'll be fine in a few days, but, well, because they are like, well, if the lobby attendant just took a couple souls, then it's like, well, he'll be fine. You know, because that's how it works. But then he doesn't get better after a couple days. And then they go to the lobby attendant and they're like, hey, what's going on? And so they tell the attendant to like, hey, Nico or Xavier should be getting his soul shards back. What's going on? And then the attendant will be like, congratulations, you figured out the test. You passed that part of the test. I'll give you guys your soul back as well as Xavier's. And then... And then at some point, maybe in the Xavier arc, since it's about Xavier, we will have a backstory to Nico's eye incident. Not entirely sure if that'll be in the New Worlds arc or if it'll be in the Xavier arc, but it'll be there somewhere. The Blake arc, this will be the ending arc of season 1. It'll be 8 episodes. Luna and Nico will get closer with the attendant. and the attendant will give them mini quests, and the attendant starts saying bad things about Blake. They're like, hey man, be on our side, not Blake's side. Although at this point they don't know that Blake is Blake. But they find Blake's notebook and they start to like talk about it. They're like, hey, look, Blake has a copy of our notebook. Does that mean that he's Papyrus? It's like, well, is Blake not what we seem? Like, wouldn't he talk to us about it? Because like Blake is Luna's teacher and stuff like that. So Blake and Luna and Nico all fight. They have this big fight and it's a cool battle for the finale of season 1. Then they learn that Blake is actually a good guy and the attendant is the bad guy. And then there's a Blake backstory in there, and then Blake decides to teach them how to do good, how to like do magic well, and how to fight and stuff like that. Magic Arc. This is gonna be the start of season 2. It'll be 4 episodes, maybe. They will get their personal bond with the red ribbon, so that way they do not have to go through the lobby. Well, they can go through their lobby, but not the king's lobby, not the personal bond lobby, or not the shared bond lobby. Luna and Nico will learn better magic and fighting from Blake. And then there will be an explanation of the magic system and how that all works. And then there will be training with Durellium that sort of goes into this as well. Not Durellium, it's Durellum. So he'll be there too, probably. These, starting from here, pretty much these are just basic descriptions. We did not get into full detail because we ran out of time. But the Night/Quest arc, maybe tournament as well, is going to be about 8 episodes, maybe. Nico and Luna will become apprentice knights from doing something, some sort of quest or a tournament. And then they will go on quests to become a better knight. So they will just basically do quests and stuff to rank up in the knight status. And then Blake finds out that the king is actually the bad guy, and it's not the attendant, it's the king, because he's been doing some research as a teacher to just sort of figure out what's going on behind the scenes of Ilaria. And so, yeah, that's sort of what we have for the King and Quest arc. Or the Knight and Quest arc, not the King. Okay, so next we have the Monster Island arc, which is sort of an extension off of the Knight/Quest arc because it's sort of related to the Knights. Nico and Luna travel to the Monster Islands because of their Knight duties. So as a Knight, you know, as you rank up, that's one of the things that you might be assigned to do, or that you'll request to do. Nico, Luna, and Blake get help from the demons to try to ambush the king's castle. And that's sort of like, it's gonna be the Monster Island monsters and demons going after the king because they don't like the king in the first place. And so, with the help of Blake, they're gonna be on their side. And Blake's not a knight anymore, and so he sneaks onto the ship that they're on, and then he goes with Nico and Luna. So then they will come back to the king's castle. That will start the Whisperers arc as well as season 3. The Whisperers are going to be stationed outside of the castle because the king's gotten word that there's a big ambush happening. So the Whisperers and a bunch of knights are standing outside, and it's basically going to be the start of this ginormous battle between knights and the Whisperers against Nico, Luna, Blake, and then the monsters and the demons. So it'll be an interesting battle. 6 episodes maybe, might be longer. I don't think it'll be any shorter than that, probably. And then, depending on what we decide to do, Saving Callisto Arc, this might be placed into the Whisperers arc. We'll have to talk about that more. The King arc is just basically the final battle with the King. The final battle between the King, Luna, Nico, Blake, and Callisto. And then that'll be like, the King's defeated, and then, you know. That one's pretty self-explanatory. There's not, like, we can add more details later. And then a new beginning arc. This will be the final arc of the series. And we will be seeing the link between the two worlds. And then Blake and Callisto are going to be the temporary guardians. And that's because Luna and Nico are not old enough and they're not mature enough. So then Blake and Callisto are like, all right, look, as soon as you turn like 20 or 21 or whatever, then come back here and you will be the new guardians. And then you can maintain the link and whatever. But for now, you need to get better at magic and stuff like that. So that's that. Then there might be like special episodes in addition or something. So as of right now, 3 seasons total. That might be shifted around depending on how long things actually take. But as of right now, that's sort of what we've decided on. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.